welcome to another episode of A Girl, a Game, and a Drink. Today, we are going to be talking about Monopoly Gamer, a mostly Mario-themed Monopoly game. It's got a little bit of a different set of rules. It's really fun. It can go by pretty quick. It's easy, ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players. Very cool. There's also a party game set of rules. Oh my goodness, party set of rules. You can actually play with more players if you collect the extra token, so that's cool too. It's just fun. It's very fun. So we're gonna talk about that. I also have a drink from my husband, so let's check that out. Here, you might catch a glimpse of my cat. He's in here, so he's probably gonna crash this, of course. There he is. I film very live style, so I don't do a whole lot of editing. I think it's more interesting that way. So that's Scout. Hopefully you enjoy his company. We have here a spiked cider. So it has 2 ounces of rum, 2 ounces of triple sec, 6 ounces of apple cider, and orange bitters. So thank you, Michael, for that. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe as always. I appreciate every single bit of support I get. Now let's give this a shot. That is really good. That is really, really good. I wasn't sure what the orange bitters would do, but I was afraid it was going to kind of contrast with that apple cider, but it's actually pairing really well together. I don't think I've had anything like this before, and it's delicious. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Anyways, all right. Let's get on to the game. So, forgive me because I haven't played this in a long time, but I did do a quick review of the rules, and we're going to kind of go through a couple of turns and see how it plays out. There are 4 characters in this game with what's included, and again, you can actually buy extra characters that you can play with as well, and they have different abilities, which we'll get into a little later. But you have Donkey Kong, who he is going to sit out tonight, but he is available. We have Princess Peach, we have Mario, and my go-to, always Yoshi. Unless I'm playing with Kaylee and she steals it first. But otherwise, if I can have it, I have Yoshi. So, in all the Marios, especially Mario Party, it's definitely Yoshi. So anyways, so you go around the board like a typical Monopoly game. A couple of different alternative features is that you have the power-up dice, and you don't have any cash. Instead, you have coins. You have coins in the value of 1, and you have coins in the value of 5. You start the game out, each player has 1 5 token and 5 1 tokens. So you get 10 tokens to start. The goal is to get as many points, which isn't necessarily coins, but coins do get you points in the game. So that's the goal. And the way that you get points is you get, I gotta look this one up because I forget. I think it's 10 points for every 5 coins. So if you have 3 coins and you have obviously other groups of 5, but then you have 3 left, those count as nothing, which is a total bummer, but it happens. Then beating bosses, which we'll get into, is a way to get points. And then owning properties is a way to get points. So all that adds up together. And then at the end of the game, which is when you beat all the bosses or have gone through all the bosses, you don't necessarily have to beat them all, but once you get through all the bosses, the game ends. And then you count up all your points, and whoever has the most points wins. So pretty simple. Some of the features, which is also cool about collecting money, is there are certain actions in the game that make you drop coins on the board, and then as you pass them, you get to pick them up. So that's fun as well. It kind of gives you that Mario effect of, like Mario Kart, for example. You hit somebody with a shell, they drop coins, and then you can drive by and just snag them all up. So that's fun. And then each character actually has a different power, and that affects gameplay too. So for example, Yoshi's power, when you roll the dice, so at the beginning of each turn, we'll start one turn. Kind of getting ahead of myself. I don't know where that one goes. We'll put that there. So we'll go Yoshi first. So he's going to roll both dice. He got a 6 and he got a green turtle, which is actually his power up, which is really cool. You can choose to move your dice, your blue dice first, or you can choose the power up. The green turtle, for anyone in the game, is the player in front of you drops 3 coins. If you are Yoshi, then you choose the next player in front of or behind you to drop 3 coins. So it doesn't matter whether they're in front or behind. You can pick pretty much any player to drop 3 coins. In this case, since we're on the start, there's currently nobody to drop coins. So I don't want to use the power first. Instead, I want to use the blue dice first. So I'm going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want to use the power and make somebody behind me drop 3 coins. So we'll make Peach drop 3 coins. And then I need to finish out the Superstar ability, which Superstar ability that's what I landed on, was this giant star. And everybody's Superstar ability is different too. Yoshi's is collect all the coins on the board. So now, right now, it's only these 3 coins, but now I get to collect these. If there were more coins around the board, I get to collect those too. And then Yoshi's turn is over because he didn't land on any properties. He doesn't have a chance to buy anything. So then we'll go to Mario. So Mario rolled a green turtle and a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If he rolls a 4, he lands on this question mark box. If he uses his green turtle, then the person in front of him drops 3 coins. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what the question mark box does. So we're gonna look that up here real quick. Coin block. When you land here, roll the number die and collect that many coins from the bank. So that's simple enough. So it doesn't really matter in this case which one he does first. We'll go ahead and do the turtle, and Yoshi will have to drop 3 coins. And then he'll move up, and then he'll roll the die to see how many coins he gets from the bank. So he gets 4 coins from the bank. I went ahead and separated my coins into 2 little containers because it's really hard to keep the coins in a nice little area otherwise. It gets really messy with having coins instead of dollar bills. So that's my little tip for that. So then we'll move on to Peach, and she'll roll the dice. And she gets a 6 and a turtle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the turtle. So she can either have the next person drop the 3 coins now or wait until she moves forward. Well, if she does it now, it would be Mario, which would be really smart of her, because then as she passes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, she gets to collect all 6 of these coins. So that was a really awesome move for her. And then she also has the Superstar ability, which in her case is collect rent from the bank for each property you own. It's the beginning of the game, so she doesn't own any property. So right now it wouldn't do her a whole lot of good, but later in the game, that would be a really awesome ability. So that's basically how gameplay works. And you keep going around and you keep dropping coins, picking up coins. Every time you pass or land on a spot with coins, you get to pick them up. If they fall after you've landed there, you don't get them. You have to land there. They have to be there first, but pretty simple. So now let's kind of speed up the game for a minute, and we're gonna land on go. What happens when you land on go is you pick a boss card. You flip it over, and you have to do what the boss card says. It says, Larry Koopa, pay 1 to fight, roll 3 or higher if you win. Well, you don't have to, but you get the opportunity to fight the boss. So if you want to fight the boss in the first boss, you have to pay 1 to start. And it'll either tell you to pay the boss or if it doesn't say pay the boss, then you just put it to the bank. And then it says you have to roll a 3 or higher. If you win, you get to take the least expensive unowned property. And then if you lose, you just lose that money that you paid, essentially. If you don't want to fight the boss, you can pass it, and then it goes to the next person clockwise, and they get the opportunity to fight the boss. Or if you fight the boss and you lose, then the same thing. It goes to the next person. They get the opportunity to fight. Everybody who's playing gets the opportunity. If everyone fails or everyone passes, then that boss, well, I shouldn't say that. If once everyone passes, then that card is removed from the game. Once you pass 1 time, you cannot fight that specific boss again, but you can fight other bosses. But let's say I fight it and I lose, then it goes to the next person, then the next person, then the next person, and it comes back to me. I can fight it again, but I have to pay again, or I can pass it at that point. But if I pass it and then it goes around again, it comes back to me, I cannot fight it after I've passed it. So hopefully that makes sense. It's a little confusing, I know. But it makes sense once you kind of get into it. And so then once, the goal of the game is to get through all of the bosses. So once this has been beaten or everyone passed against it, it gets removed. And then it goes back to just the black cards. And when the next person passes or lands on go, then the next boss is flipped over. And you keep doing that until you get to the 8th boss. And each time they get harder and harder. So for example, this one is pay 1 to fight, roll 4 or higher to win. And each time the benefits get better too. So if you win, all players must pay you 2 coins. And then, you go up, and this one is the final boss, which is Bowser. And he says you have to pay Bowser to fight. So you actually put the money on this card. And you have to roll a 6 to win. If you win, collect all the coins on this card. And then if you lose, you just lost, that money, like I said. So they each say different things. They each have different amounts that you lose or that you have to pay. And they each have different things that you win if you fight them. And when you do your setup, you want to make sure they go in order. So it goes like the least hardest to the hardest in the end. So that's basically how that works. Otherwise, it's pretty similar. We'll do like a quick property buy. So let's say he moves, we'll say to Yoshi's Hill. We're just going to fake some of this for time factor. And he wants to buy this property right here. So it would be 1. The board shows how much you have to pay. And so it's a 1. And then Yoshi keeps it. And it shows you on the card, it says what the rent is and then what the rent is with the color set, which is basically just double, which is standard in most monopolies. So if you own everything in one color, but you haven't built properties on it, which in this game there are no properties, then it doubles in value. Excuse me. I need another drink. Hold on. It'll help clear the throat. It's allergy season. Kicks my butt all the time. Although it doesn't help that I'm allergic to my pets, so, I'm a sucker for those kind of things. Yeah, so that's basically it. Super simple, super easy, super fun. There are a few little confusing aspects, but it's those kinds of things that once you play a little bit, you pick up, and it's not a big deal. Every player is given a reminder card. And it has 2 sides. This is super helpful when you're learning to play the game. On one side, it tells you what to do on your turn, which is roll the die and do the following in any order. You can move for the number of spaces rolled on the blue die, and you can activate the ability on your power-up die. Check to see if your character gets a boost. So again, every character card shows what your normal dice boost is and what your superstar ability is. And then it says if you land on or pass go, flip over the top boss card at the end of your turn. Then on the other side, it shows all of the abilities for the dice. So the red turtle is choose any player to drop 3 coins. The green turtle is the player in front of you drops 3 coins. the little inky octopus guy, who I forgot his name, steal 2 coins from any players. And the POW is all other players drop 1 coin, and the triple coin is collect 3 coins from the bank. And then the different character abilities, we'll go through those. So I already told you that Yoshi's is, if he lands on the superstar, he gets to collect all the coins on the board, so that's really profitable. And then his power-up boost, if he rolls the green turtle, only if he rolls the green turtle, then he gets to choose the next player in front of him or behind him to drop the 3 coins instead of if it was a different player that rolled it just in front. And then Donkey Kong's, his superstar ability is to steal 3 coins from any player, so that's if he lands on these star spaces. And then his power-up boost is the POW, and all other players must drop 2 coins instead of the 1 coin if you were somebody else. Mario, his superstar is he gets to roll the number die and then collect that many coins plus 5 from the bank. So if he rolls a 5, then he gets to collect 10 coins. If he rolls a 1, then he gets to collect 6 coins, so on. And then his power boost is the 3 little coins, and he gets to collect 4 coins from the bank instead of collecting just 3 coins from the bank. So that's a little bit better. And then Peach's is pretty good too. If I wasn't such a sucker for Yoshi, I would potentially play Peach because I think she's a really good one. Because her superstar ability, as I said before, is collect rent from the bank for each property you own. So once you start to get a lot of properties, that's super profitable. And then her power-up is to choose any player to drop 4 coins, which that doesn't mean she gets the coins, but they drop on the board. So that's, I think hers is probably one of the best abilities. I mean, I think Yoshi's is really good too, but it's tough between those two. But I'm just a sucker for Yoshi, so he's my go-to all day. If I can't have him, I go to Donkey Kong. If I can't have Donkey Kong, then I go to Daisy, which isn't this in this. Really, Scout? Really? You just think you need to be right here on the table, right in front of the camera with your butt? Get your butt out the camera. Thank you. Keep going. Keep moving on. This is the life of cats. I know I could edit this, but I'm not going to. This is just how I roll. This is my life. And I invite you guys to do life with me, so this is what you get. I hope you enjoy the chaos as much as I do. But that's it. That's the game. It's fun. I like it. I approve. I like a lot of Mario stuff. I have like 3 different Mario Monopolies, all different versions. I have 2 different Nintendo Monopolies. Actually, I think I have 4 Marios. I lied. I have 2 different that are Nintendo, but very much Mario. And they're 2 totally different ones too. And then I have one that's Mario Kart, and it is a gamer version, so it's similar to this. And then I have the Monopoly Gamer, which is not specifically kart, but just specifically Mario. So that one's a little different, but it's very similar. So I might have to do another video on that one another day, but that's what I got. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next. Comment, let me know what you loved, what you hated. If you don't want to see my cats in the videos, if you do want to see them in the videos. I have 2 dogs too, but I do actually leave them out because they shut the door. Usually he gets shut out, but he happened to be hiding under the bed or something, so he got shut in this time. But they do life with me, so if you guys are gonna do life with me too, then that's just how it goes. But anyways, yeah, comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you want to see. Be sure to subscribe. My goal is to hit 20 subscribers, and I'm almost there. And then I will, of course, move that goal. But right now, I'm just really hoping for 20. Be sure to like. Be sure to share. Be sure to stay awesome. And cheers. Bye.